Jay. Rack it up, I gotta build up the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse.
Okay, it's called trailing 12, right? Trailing 12 months, right? So a T12 is not necessarily a January through December. It's literally a trailing 12 months from the moment that you requested it, right? So if we're in July right now, then I would be looking at July all the way back to the previous June, right? If you're in August, you're looking at August all the way back. So that's why they call it the trailing 12, right? And what the trailing 12 entails is the actual P&L of the property, right? So it's the actual version of the pro forma, right? So it's going to have your revenue, your expenses, and then your net operating income, and then that's going to dictate the capitalization rate and the value of the property, blah, 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 right? We'll get to these other terminologies later on another date. And in my masterclass, that's talking about how to buy a multifamily property. Okay, so and you hit my 10K card, najee10k.com, to hit how to access that masterclass. Only $80, and I'll teach you how all this game, breaking all this down. So, again, what is a pro forma? A pro forma something that you're often gonna get. It is fake, okay, but it's not. It's based on logic. It's based on reason, and so all you really want to do is validate those logics and reasons. A couple big ones, because I can't really talk today. That you absolutely, when I say evaluate each line, evaluate every line, and you have to challenge each line to make sure it's reasonable for you and your long-term goals. So I'm gonna break a big one down. This is my first, like, I go through every line, but I can tell you one line that absolutely is going to be a problem every time is going to be in the state of Texas, is going to be the tax line every time. So how's the taxes off on IJ? How they lying on the taxes? They just pay their taxes. What are you talking about? Yeah, this is the hustle. Okay, so this is going to be the last gem of the day. I gotta go early. But the tax line is based on last year's taxes. So yes, it's completely accurate, right? But what do we know about Texas? They raise our damn property taxes every year. So now you got to project what the new tax is going to be. Now here's the rub in multifamily. When you make a purchase in multifamily, that purchase is recorded, the title is recorded with that local municipality, the city, okay? And when it's recorded, oftentimes the loan and or the purchase price is recorded with it. What are you talking about on IJ? Guess what? If you're buying a property on discount, or you're buying a property, you might be buying a multifamily property from a owner that's owned it for several years, right? And if they owned it for several years, maybe their tax bases have been constant, okay? Meaning, like, you might be buying a 10plex for $700,000, and the current tax valuation with the city might be worth $300,000 because they bought it X amount of years ago when it was worth $300,000, right? And it's still like on that old tax basis, right? So the taxes might be being taxed at, let's say, 3% to the county. Well, 3% on $300,000 is $9,000. So they're gonna show $9,000 on their pro forma. But wait, you're buying it for $700,000. And it's going to get recorded with the local municipality. That means that the city is going to accelerate your market rate because they know you're buying it for $700,000, and so if you just bought it for $700,000, your property is now worth $700,000.